What a great Bison weekend so far. We have volleyball on Thursday night, men's basketball last night, football today, women's basketball tonight. Obviously, there's one more volleyball game tomorrow, but fantastic weekend to be a Bison fan. And I thought we did our job in holding that up. Interesting playing an NAIA school in that their regular season has already started. So this was game 5 for them. And I think you could kind of tell that at times, especially early. They looked a little bit more fluid, a little smoother, where we were looking at each other like, oh, what are you going to do? What are we going to do? And I think that just comes from game experience and something that is easy for us to remedy and for us to fix a little bit. But very, very pleased with the overall performance and obviously pleased with the win.
How important was it for you, Maren, just to try to get one under your belt and get a victory before going on the road, where it's the first road trip for a lot of these kids and everything?
You know, we just talk about one game at a time. Obviously, they knew that they needed to pack their bags, and tomorrow's a different day. But we really just talked about taking care of business on one day and opening the shack in the proper way and impressing our fans and our families. But there is a bigger picture, and we'll continue to talk about that tonight and tomorrow.
You know, I know you have to stay patient. You got some newer kids, older kids, and they're all intertwining a little bit. But you kind of saw maybe some of the unevenness at times that there may see where there's times, I mean, everything's just working together. There's other times things aren't. That's a process, but I'm guessing a lot of teaching moments you can take from this game too.
Yes, there are teaching moments. And I think one thing that was very apparent is when we play harder, it's easier. And I think for young players, that's a little bit contradictory, or it takes a little bit to get used to where they want to play conservative and they don't want to make mistakes. That makes it harder. But when you put yourself out there, as we did at the end of the third quarter and the beginning of the fourth quarter, and get some jump balls and get some loose balls on the ground and get a couple block shots, and Autumn gets an offensive rebound and a putback, you put yourself out there and it becomes easier. And then you can use those teaching moments because we do have closeouts and we can box people out. And but very pleased with the overall performance.
Must be nice too to have a kid like Taylor come on, hit 7 threes, a bunch of them in the second half, to kind of jumpstart the offense a little bit too.
It is. That's nice. I thought that she might have been rushed a little bit or hunting her shot a little bit at the beginning. But we talked. Coaches talked to her, and she let the game come to her. She's played a lot of college basketball. She knows the ebbs and flows of a game. She's not worried about it. But it all kind of started. She called her own number on a play because that was what she was feeling, and I appreciate that confidence in her, and I do trust her. And she made a great shot like she often does.
Emily Spear came out 1 rebound short of a double-double. Just kind of describe what you saw from the senior tonight.
Mm-hmm. I thought Emily was ready when her number was called, and I thought she played very confidently. Talking to her on the bench about what some of the adjustments Bree needed to make, Emily was able to come in and saw that and was able to make those immediate changes. And I think that's kind of what jump-started her and what got her going, coupled with the fact that we wanted to get more paint touches. We had way too many jump shots in that first half, and we wanted to get more paint touches because good things happen when we get the ball into the paint. And Emily was a big part of that tonight.
I know last year didn't have the best free throw percentage, but she had some huge free throws tonight. I mean, what kind of how much of a jump has she made from year to one to year two just from free throws?
She's made a jump in a lot of categories, and foul shots is one of them. That's something that she takes pride in. She wants to be a better foul shooter. She works at it, and she trusts herself. She's not going to freak out when she misses one, which I think is a sign of maturity. And so I'm confident with her on the floor at the end of the game. She's demonstrated in practice and pressure foul shot situations that she can step up and knock down a foul shot.
A lot of your freshmen didn't necessarily look like freshmen. I mean, it was crunch time, games on the line, you have them out there, and they didn't look like the moment was too big for them. Does that just kind of show maybe some of the games they've played in the past where they've kind of been battle tested in that regard a little bit?
I think there's some of that. Sarah Jacobson has played in a lot of high-profile games, intense games on the line. Tyra Spencer has as well. Her AAU team was highly stacked, and she was one of them. So they've been in those target on their back kind of games before. I think Autumn Ogden did a great job of just listening to what we said and what we told her to do. One of her assets and her strengths is her length. We told her to get in the handoffs, use her length, and that changed that half of the basketball court when she was ear to chest and aisle and doing what she can do. I think Riley Jacobson came in and she did the best that she could do, which is exactly what we asked. She's been in those big moments as well. She's accustomed to having the weight of the world or the weight of the game on her shoulders. So I think she played very poised and very confidently. And I look for all of them to continue to relish in those moments and be coachable and grow, and want to take that responsibility in those tough moments.
First half was a little rough on my part, but I knew everybody else could step up and kind of do their thing. And I've been in that situation before, so just keep shooting the ball. It's going to fall eventually. So that's what I did, and it worked out for me.
Nerves for you coming out here in your first real college game, especially when things were up and down a little bit throughout the game?
I mean, there were a little nerves before the game started. I think that's for everybody, first time in the shack. But as the game started, those nerves kind of go away, and you just play your habits, and you go out there and you do the best you can and work hard and come together as a team. Those nerves kind of go away throughout the game.
Taylor, in the second half, they struggled scoring there. You guys stopped them, I think, for about 5 or 6 minutes straight. What did you guys change defensively that helped?
I think we just kind of talked about our defense in the locker room at halftime, what we need to do. We know what we need to do, but we weren't really doing it in the first half. We really focused on that at halftime. We came out, and I thought we made a good fix, so that's what we did.
It's nice to get this one, guys, for both of you, just before going on the road and taking on you. I mean, it's the first road trip, so getting one out of the way, how important was that for you guys to get a win?
It's definitely a good feeling. I mean, it gives us confidence going into the road. I mean, a win's a win, so it obviously feels good.